Hey, what up guys? It's been 1 year of posting Golf Parfection videos. Just want to say thanks for being here. This is probably going to be like the yearly What's in the Bag channel update video. And so if you just want to skip ahead and see what's in my bag, I'll have it all in the description down below with the clubs and the carry. And so that being said, let's jump into it. All right, so let's get into the irons. So if you do or did not know, I play the Wilson CBs, and I have a dynamic gold 120 shaft in the stiff flex. So there's that. Here's these. These are beautiful. I got these because, you know, I do like Wilson, the brand. I really like how these look at a dress. And I got fitted for these, so pseudo fitted for these. I went to Golf Mart on a whim, and they were doing a fitting day, and the rep there, you know, he had me just walk in. He had some appointments that day, but he helped me out and just as a walk-in and like got me, you know, to this particular shaft and degree of bends. And essentially, yeah, I really like the dispersion and how it's hitting them. Debatable if I, you know, am good enough to play these, but I do like them. I'm about a 10 handicap. And so the workability, I haven't been able to master really. The only thing I can really work on these, like in terms of workability standpoint, is the 4-iron. So I'm able to really just either fade it or draw on punches. And that's as far as my workability goes. So other than that, I just try to hit it straight, you know, on all my approaches to the green. So that's what I had here. So previous to that, just to give you some context, I started golf back up, you know, maybe, you know, right before the pandemics, you know, came into full effect. And I had a really old pair of Razor X Callaways. And so, you know, I was kind of a Callaway fanboy then, and I wanted to get some new clubs to see if, you know, the technology had improved. And so I went on Callaway Pre-Owned, and I got a set of these Rogue Pros. So I do like these, but they're cast. The whole cast versus forged debate could be like strung out in a whole nother video, but I did like these, but I hit these extremely high, and yeah, they were juiced a little bit in the loft. So I think, you know, the lofts are one club up. So like this 7-iron is the same loft as my 6-iron. And so I didn't really get much distance gain out of it. And I think the shaft is promotes like a higher ball flight. So yeah, I had these Rogue Pros, and then I upgraded to the CBs after I went to that, you know, random fitting day at Golf Mart. So I guess those marketing random fitting days actually pay off for some of these companies. So that's the irons. I carry the 4-iron about 190, and then it goes 10 yards less down from there. And so, yeah, still trying to dial them in. I really like them. I like how they look at a dress quite a bit. And yeah, you know, I obviously won't be changing these anytime soon, but I do have the option to go back to a player's distance iron if I wanted to in the future by just switching back to my Rogues. And so maybe next year, this time, I will have said, hey, I switched back to these or not. But as you can see now in this video, I've spent a lot on golf equipment. So yeah, don't judge me too hard. I mean, this is my passion. This is my, you know, hobby. And I have spent quite a bit of money on it, you know, be willing to admit that. Yeah, there's no dancing around that. The amount of dollars spent on this sport that I have put in is quite high. So that being said, let's move on to the next clubs, and then we'll just go to the wedges really quick. Nothing very exciting. I just have a set of Mack Daddy wedges, you know, in the stiff flex, regular tour issue shafts. I've got these at outlet prices at Callaway Pre-Owned. So they have like, you know, you know, like average, good, very good, like new, and then they have another one called outlet. And basically, I think these are like these were like unused and it's still in the wrap. So I got these at outlet price, you know, condition, and then like 20% off at the time. And so yeah, Mack Daddy 50 degree and a 56 degree 10 bounce. And you know, I do like them. No complaints today. All right, let's move on to this guy. This is a super hybrid. It's in the 17 degree. It's the orange Tensei shaft, and it's in a stiff flex. I really like this guy. It's pretty easy to hit, and I hit it about 220 on a good day. Yeah, I don't really hit it off the tee because I have something else that I hit off the tee. If I want to hit something pretty good off the tee, that's not my driver. So yeah, this guy, really enjoy hitting this thing, super hybrid. Yeah, you're going to see I have a lot of the fringe clubs, like the clubs that are like kind of weird. And yeah, I don't know. like the thing about golf is there's so many different clubs to hit the ball. It's incredible. And unfortunately, it's so expensive to really find out what works for you and what works for your game. And sometimes you even like eat money by like getting something that doesn't really work out for you. So yeah, other than that, this is the super hybrid. Other clubs that made it in the bag, you know, at one point in time as a substitute for this, I do have some arrow burners. I have an arrow burner 5-wood that I used to play. And then I also had some older Razor X hybrids. But other than that, yeah, this is what I currently game, is the super hybrid and the 17-degree shaft. And I love it. It's in this Tobacco Road head cover. And, you know, really like how this thing looks. Look at how cool that is. All right, next club I want to talk about is this guy. This is the Wilson Staff Utility Iron. I have this in the 21 degrees, so this is technically like my 3-iron if you're taking the lofts from my CBs. And this replaced a club that I was hitting quite a bit on the channel, which was this, the Callaway UT X-Forged Utility Club. So basically this goes a little further. Obviously this is 18 degree, you know, so it's got a little bit more juice than this guy. But this one I could absolutely not hit off the ground. It was just too difficult for me. This one, pretty much I can hit off the ground, so it's just like a normal 3-iron. And it still had the same kind of effect off the tee where I could just hit it straight. So I have a different club that kind of became my off the tee club if I wanted to hit something straight. But if I need something to hit 200 yards just straight down the middle, this is my guy. Let's go to this guy in the good head cover. This here is my TaylorMade Original One mini driver. I like hitting this off the ground as well. So this is like my 3-wood replacement as well. I hit this about 230 yards. Can hit off the tee no matter what. It's super easy to hit off the tee. Goes max distance like 230 on a good day. And so this is my 3-wood / off the tee if I need to hit something straight and not that far. This is my go-to. So that's the mini driver. It has the Diamana stiff flex shaft, and I really do like this thing. So pretty cool. I took a look at the newest one, and it's too big to hit off the ground for my eye. And this one's even a stretch. But this one gives me confidence off the ground because it's like massive. It's like, oh, I literally can't miss this. That's kind of my mentality. But yeah, that's that. Clubs that it did replace. This guy, this was a Arrow Burner 3-wood. And pretty much I got this off of Amazon for like 85 bucks in 2016. I don't know, it was like some kind of deal. It's the TP version, so it's a little smaller, but this thing goes. But I lose this one way more often than I lose the mini driver. So even though I love how this looks behind the ball, it's too wayward sometimes for me. So I switched it out with the mini driver. So that's this. Currently not in the bag, but like I said, that's the one thing about golf is like you can keep on changing and tinkering your setup, and at the end of the day, you should probably just get lessons and work on your swing. All right, let's move on here. Next is this guy, the driver. So Pebble Beach Golf Links head cover here. I just picked up this Ping G425 Max. Really like this thing. Driver was or is one of the better clubs in my bag, and this is making it even stronger. I don't miss this one too much. Before this, I had the Maverick, regular Maverick, and also had it in the same shaft. So this is in, this is the Adila Rogue shaft, stiff flex, and it's supposed to promote a lower ball flight, which, something about my swing is I do tend to hit a higher ball, so this knocks it down a little bit. Yes, I know, it looks like I got two, top tier drivers, but they were both used. This was Callaway pre-owned, this was Callaway pre-owned. I traded in a set of irons, my Razor X's, for this, and then and then this Ping was on a 25% off coupon deal that I had at Callaway pre-owned. So most anything that I bought other than my irons was used, all Callaway pre-owned actually. So I probably spent way too much time on that website. Really like this guy, really forgiving, and I feel like I can't miss a fairway with it. All right, moving on here. I'm probably going to talk about the most interesting thing in my bag, and it's this guy. So I have a video coming out next week on this. This is the Cobra Grandsport Armlock putter. How I got to this is quite the story. Putting is the weakest part of my game. So how I came along to this arm locking putter. So we'll have to start from square one. Pretty much I had a, custom fit putter from back in the day, fit by Mike Shy. He used to be my swing coach back in the day, which is Bryson's old swing coach. This is an Adila putter, has my name on it and my initials on it, as you can see, MW. So this was built for me back in the day in high school. Very fortunate, to be in a position to get something this expensive as a kid. And, I thought, okay, I'm done for putters forever. And so, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to replace the grip to try to get a little better. And my putting was still not that great. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a change. So before this Adila putter, I had won this 2-ball in a church, tournament, raffle tournament, like a raffle in a church scramble. Afterwards, you have food afterwards with the raffle to raise money. And then, I won this 2-ball putter. So I was putting around with this, I was playing, I was like, oh man, this is so great. And then, have a family friend who plays collegiate golf. They swear by the stability shaft. And so, I put in a stability shaft. So I was like, oh man, this is it. This is like, I've been rolling this so great. I have the stability shaft to, improve, make things more stable through impact so I don't, miss those short ones. But still yet was not the best result for me. So I'm already down, quite a bit of money now because I bought the stability shaft and I switched from my custom to this 2-ball. And then I was filming a video that I probably won't post where I use this super stick all-in-one putter or all-in-one iron that can change lofts and you can play golf with seemingly one club. So the funny thing about that is that I was arm locking that specific putter to, to have a putter onto the green. So I'll probably show you a quick little clip of what it looks like, but essentially that kind of got me thinking, oh, maybe I do like this arm locking thing because I was able to start it online quite well, even on my putting mat at home. So I went to Golf Galaxy and Golf Mart and started just putting around on every single arm locking putter that they had. And it was like, man, I kind of like to feel this. I want to give it a shot. So at work, I ended up getting like a little award certificate thing that I could change into golf credit at Golf Mart. So that's where I picked up this guy. And this is the Armlock Grandsport Cobra putter that's 3D printed and, has the sick face. So in my opinion, putting technology, I've tried it all. I've tried the stability shaft. I tried, blades, mallets, and I don't think realistically the technology has changed all that much. I think the sick face does make a difference, and I do think that arm locking as a technique is a big enough difference to maybe see an actual difference in putting. So in my experience, yes, so far I have putted pretty well with it, and I'm just going to run with it. So you'll see a video next week about my first round with this guy. And you're going to be, I don't know, I was blown away by the first round, but then that was the honeymoon phase. The couple rounds after that wasn't putting as well, maybe just the same as my previous putters. But now that I've gotten it down, I can say realistically, and I have the stats to show it, that I have improved in putting. So give that for what it is. I'll explain more in the next week's video, but I really do like this thing. Arm locking. Hopefully they don't ban it, but if they do, I'll adjust. But for now, if you can, and you're struggling on putts, try arm locking. Hopefully it will make you better. But for me personally, I think arm locking was a really good choice for me to go. So that being said, that's all the clubs in my bag. I have the Cobra putter, Wilson irons, Callaway wedges, TaylorMade wood / mini driver, and a ping driver, and a Callaway hybrid. So I guess Callaway is my preferred brand. Not just kidding. But other than that, I want to talk about this channel. Just want to say thank you for everyone who's been joining me on this ride so far. I've met a lot of you in person. I've met and played golf with you in person, so appreciate that. And that's what it was all about, basically, is, you know, putting myself out there, and, you know, getting to meet all of you in person, or those of you in person, has been great. I've been playing with, you know, I had a set of guys that I would just play every week with, but now I rotate in 1 or 2 people that I've met, you know, through Golf Parfection. So really appreciate y'all. You know, I've had a great time, and I'll just continue this and keep going, and, you know, I'll keep going until, you know, I feel like I'm satisfied of where I'm at. The whole goal was to get to perfection, was to shoot par, but unless I put some real time and practice in it, it might be a little tough. I don't have the raw talent to not practice and then go out there and shoot a par score. I wish I did. Maybe that will be the next thing, but I'm not going to say like road to scratch, and then I see like so many people post road to scratch stuff and then they never come through. So I'm not going to post that. But yeah, maybe, you know, make some other content based around, you know, where I'm at with my swing and how to improve. We'll see. But I just want to say thank you to you all for watching and tuning in. So I hope you guys enjoy that one. Keep chasing. I'll see you in the next one.